We're going to be talking about, is there going to be a Barbie 2? Well, this is coming from Variety. And I guess she was at some showcase and they asked her at the West Hollywood edition on March 6th, where Greta Gerwig was honored as one of the Times Women of the Year. The record-breaking director spoke to her artistic process and the possibility of a Barbie sequel. She said, "My North Star is what I deeply love. What do I really care about? Like, what's the story underneath this story?" And I think with Barbie, the story underneath this story was I loved Barbie. I remember going to Toys R Us and looking at Barbies and loved their hair. I loved everything about them. And my mom was not sure about it. And I find that story, that generational story, I'm always trying to find undertows. Whether or not she will continue to explore the world of Mattel is dependent on her discovering another fascinating tension like that. When asked about a sequel, she said, "If I find the undertow, then we get it. If I don't find an undertow, there's no more." Though she couldn't offer a definite answer, she added, "It's something that I love making so much, and I love the world that we built so much. All the actors and idea of getting to be with that group of people again is very exciting. In trying to ascertain what defines a Gerwig film, the writer-director doesn't limit herself. The great thrill is that I get is I kind of figuring out how to build my wings on the way down. Just kind of leaping from the tallest thing I can find. I hope to make all different kind of movies in my career, big and small. But I think they always have to have an element of adventure because it's the way I get my kicks." Yeah, I can see that. So there is an element of adventure in all films that she has. But yeah, that's really, I think that it would be interesting to have a Barbie 2 if she can find a through line that inspires her. I think that she could do a great job of improving the film. And I think that she can, pursue the narrative even more and not even do the same narratives, do even something else. At the end of the film, obviously Barbie becomes human. So that'll be a very interesting thing for her to do. But I don't want her to do it if she feels like she can't pull it off. But yeah, on to the next thing. And this is going to be coming from the Hollywood Reporter. Westerns might be coming back. One of my favorite directors, and one of the directors you should be following, Ariana, has assembled a star-packed cast for his next film, Paddington, which begins production this week. Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal, recent Best Actress winner Emma Stone, Austin Butler, who may be getting Best Supporting Actor nominee next year for Dune Part 2, are among the performances set to star in the feature that A24 will finance and produce. Luke Grimes, Deidre O'Connell, Michael Ward, and Clifton Collins Jr. are also set to appear in the movie that does not yet have a release date. Astor is directing Paddington from his own script that centers on a small town in New Mexico sheriff with lofty aspirations. Two-time Oscar-nominated cinematographer Darius Kanji will lend the title that Astor and Lars Nusden are producing through their company Square Peg. A24 has released all three of Astor's previous feature films, beginning with Hereditary, fantastic film, Midsummer, fantastic film, and Bones of Freya, another fantastic film. This marks the sixth collaboration between A24 and Square Peg, because he also had hands at A20 with Dream Scenario. I'm not sure what the other ones were. But yeah, that is the show on day one of Paddington. They're going to be making a Western. I'm really interested in what the budget is going to be for this, because Westerns just don't do really well. But it'll be interesting to see if Ari Aster can make a Western that people are interested in. Paddington reunites Aster with Phoenix, who starred in Beau's Afraid, alongside Patti LuPone, Nathan Lane, and Amy Ryan. Phoenix also won Academy Award for Joker, and he returns to Joker 2 later on. Obviously, Stone picked up for Bella Baxter, and she's also going to be in Yorgos Lanthimos' next film as well. So she's doing this, and then next year she should be shooting the next film with Yorgos Lanthimos. So she's going to star in. Pascal has been in every single thing in the world. He was in Drive Away Dolls recently. Obviously, The Last of Us. He's going to be Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four, and Austin Butler was obviously Elvis, and he was in Dune Part 2. So a really star-studded cast. I think this is a really interesting idea to see what the tone is going to be, what the story in the film is going to feel like, and if he can find a interesting twist to put on the Western. And it has such an all-star cast that I can see there's an opportunity to bring people in. Ari Aster is a name that can bring some people in. Don't give him like a crazy budget like he did for Beau's Afraid, because that was going to flop no matter what, because that movie's too weird. But if he can do a really interesting, high-action blockbuster kind of Western, I'm down. That still keeps the roots of a Western, but it's weird at the same time. I'm down for that. Let me know in the live stream and the comments down below what you feel about that and what you think it could be about. The next rapid fire news is going to be coming from Hollywood Reporter as well. And this is that earlier this month, Beau DeMaio was in the midst of a particularly busy time at Marvel Studios. The writer-producer was preparing the launch of X-Men 97, the Disney Plus series he created at a continuation of the beloved 90s kids show. DeMaio, a Marvel regular who previously wrote on live-action series Moon Knight as well as early drafts of Blade, and he got season 2 duties of X-Men 97, was lining up press, making plans to attend the show's Hollywood premiere on March 13th. He was even discussing loose ideas for a third season with a member of his team. But early last week, Marvel and DeMaio suddenly parted ways. His company email was deactivated, and the cast and crew were informed he was no longer on the project. DeMaio's Instagram account and once a source for X-Men updates was deleted. No reason for the firing was given. Marvel had no comment, and DeMaio representatives did not return calls for comment and emails, so the showrunner yielded no response. It was a surprising turn of events on the eve show of Marvel 20's debut, because it's coming out next week. Splitting with the writers is a normal part of business for Marvel or any studio. However, it's unusual for a top creative on a Marvel project to miss a premiere or cancel plans last minute. And then they kind of go into his history with the X-Men. He's a gay man that lived with a Korean sister, and he was also adopted, and he really connected with the X-Men a lot because how different they were and how out of place they felt, but found family, which is a big part of the X-Men. And yeah, it's really interesting that he gets fired so close to the premiere. I'm not too sure why this would happen. Obviously, there's only speculation. Oh, I still have Barbie 2 up. I was supposed to put this for Ari Aster, and obviously this. But he wrote the first 2 seasons for X-Men 97, but now he's gone. The fact that he deactivated his social media, I think that is maybe the big thing here. A lot of times, the stuff happens where Marvel finds out you said some wild stuff on social media, and before he blows up for writing this season 2, maybe they were like, let's just part ways. Let's part ways, because once this thing blows up, because people screenshot this thing, so it'll come to light eventually. Let's just part ways before it endangers stuff for us. And I guess they couldn't agree to something. They mutually parted ways. That's very unfortunate. A lot of Black creatives on the Marvel side of things have kind of been getting the short end of the stick. Anita Costa with the Marvels, this happening now. Obviously, Jonathan Majors, and obviously everything that happened with Black Panther. So hopefully, we still have Yahya Abdul-Mateen II or the third coming in. Hopefully everything is good with him. Hopefully Black Panther can rebound from the divisiveness of it. And yeah, that's kind of where I got from this. I saw a comment like that, and I was really thinking about it. Yeah, there is a lot of things going on with the Black creatives out there. Obviously, it happens to the white ones too, but it's just been a streak of Black creatives getting into issues. And the last rapid fire, well, no, we have two more rapid fire news. This one is coming, and this is kind of sad news. Batman 2 in the Beyond, and that is that Robert Pattinson's Batman Part 2 delayed to 2026. I'm gonna be so old by the time this movie comes out. Why are they doing this? Yeah. So this is reported by Variety. I think this might have been an exclusive. Robert Pattinson is delaying his return to Gotham. The gritty comic book sequel to Batman Part 2, in which Pattinson will become a Kate shooter again, has been postponed to October 3rd, 2025. Postponed from a date from October 3rd, 2025 to October 2nd, 2026. Oh, it's just 2024 just started. In addition to the move, Warner Brothers has moved some other stuff around as well. So I guess there's some reshuffling going on. The Bride by Maggie Gyllenhaal, starring Christian Bale, Jesse Buckley, and Peter Sarsgaard, which sounds pretty interesting, will take the Batman spot. Alto Nights, a mob drama starring Robert De Niro. I was just talking about how Robert De Niro had his next thing up next. He's playing 2 different mob bosses. That will be going from November 14th this year to next year, March. And then Paul Thomas Anderson is going to get one late added. He's going to get an IMAX special event film in 2025. That's very interesting. I'm not super familiar with Paul Thomas Anderson projects, but overall, the biggest thing is that the Batman is moving over a year. I was really excited to see this film. I think that the first one is my favorite Batman movie that we've gotten so far, and it kind of sucks that we're going to be waiting another 2 years to get the film. But I think that he probably just needed to take some time and fine tune it. And I think maybe a big part of it is maybe that they didn't want Superman Legacy and the Batman coming out the same year and confusing people, maybe. Thinking maybe that Batman and this Superman were the ones that were going to be together. I could definitely see that being a big thing. And then let me know in the comments below how you feel about the Batman being delayed another year. Do you think this is a sign of a good thing? Do you see it as a sign of a bad thing? Because there was rumors of on-set tension between Matt Reeves and Pattinson for the first one. Obviously, the movie made through. Is it happening again? Or is this just their fine-tuning things? They do have 2 spin-off shows coming out. So the last rapid fire news is that Scream 7 is back on track with Neve Campbell returning. This is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. In a dramatic turn of events. Let me change this. Oh, I didn't put a thing. Oh, here it is. Scream 7 back on track. Neve Campbell. Delete that. It says, return of Neve Campbell is returning to the world of screen. The latest twist for a franchise that has several months ago appeared to be on the ropes. Campbell's return is particularly noteworthy as she sat out Scream 6 over a salary dispute. So they paid her a lot and more. She probably got paid more than what she was asking for, and even more, because they definitely needed her. And then Campbell announced on Instagram that Kevin Williamson, the creator of Scream, I believe, I think he directed the first one, will be coming back to direct. Yes, Williams is the creator of the franchise, penning the script to Wes Craven's original, as well as Scream 2 and Scream 4. Guys Bushwick, who wrote 2022 Scream and Scream 7, will take over writing duties from James Vanderbilt, who's busy directing Nuremberg. This is the 7th installment in Scream, has faced multiple setbacks, losing star Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera on different things, and director Chris Landon, who did Screams 5 and 6, left. Obviously, director Landon, I think he's doing something with Melissa Barrera in a different franchise. But yeah, Radio Silence also, that was the one that did, I think Radio Silence did 5, I think Landon did 6. And now they're both coming and not coming back for 7. But they're really just talking about things. Obviously, there's a script that is showed that Scream 7 already has a script being written and it's under production. How do I feel about Scream 7? For me personally, I'm kind of tapped out of Scream because of what happened with Melissa Barrera and the way they handle that. I really think that the fact that Jenna Ortega left, which I was very invested in her and the sisters' role in this and their story, and the fact that it's kind of going backwards in terms of getting the same director from before, and getting Neve Campbell back. I think it's going to be a slower rendition. It's not going to have the same youthful energy. I'm kind of down on it. And just because that the way they did Melissa Barrera, it turns me off on Scream 7. But we'll see. A trailer might come out and it might look absolutely fantastic, and I might go and watch it anyway. It's not like they bury Melissa Barrera. She has projects. She has Abigail coming out next week. I heard she has this Beauty and the Beast film coming out later on this year that's been getting really good hype. So she's fine. She's definitely fine. She has roles. We'll see what she gets past that. But it kind of sucks that happened. Over, when actors get dropped for reasons that make sense to me, I'm like, okay. But this one didn't make sense to me because I read what she wrote on social media. She wasn't being anti-Semitic, so it's very, very weird. But we're getting a Scream 7. How do you guys feel about that? That's the last rapid fire news. We're going to move on to some rumors. But I want to see what you guys have been saying in the chat.